Hi all, welcome back to another Reinhardt self-fought review. I am a Masters Rhino TP, and yeah, we are on push again. This time it's Colosseo. This one's a little bit it's a difficult map. So like there used to be glass here, funny meme, and it led to like this long straightaway just became like a forever battle because you can just hold all of these pillars as corners and yeah, you just get completely punished for walking out at any point in time. So it was just a stalemate. Now this flank here is introduced a little bit. Um just makes it safer to take the corners a bit further back, you know. But yeah, at least this is all low ground. You know, that's good for Reinhardt. Then we get to this part. Um, this one, honestly, you want to either always take the fight here, or get so far up that you can take the fight somehow up here. Because this high ground is really good to shoot down from, and shoot down from, and so on. So, if you're, you know, this far along, you always want to try and take this high ground. If you can take this high ground, it's fine with Reinhardt. If you can't, you're kind of just fucked. Like it's kind of just over. Um, but otherwise, it's a pretty good map for Ryan. It's the rest of it is pretty low ground, right? Um, let's look at my team. We have Tracer Genji. A very fast flanking backline. Um, so I want to try and find engages with Tracer and Genji, you know, sync it up, try and go on the back line, you know, whatever. Or just stall on card, don't waste any resources and let and let them kind of um do the hard part as I sit on cart. Ana Juno, pretty good for supporting that. It's a little bit frail, so if the enemy team has any dive or something, that could be problematic. But yeah, should be fine. Juno's also great for speed boost. Yeah, right. Let's go. So like I said, we want to be taking one of those corners at the middle, right on the bot. Those are pretty good. And especially since the robot doesn't unlock, there's no reason usually to go too far out or do too much. Yep, just playing back, playing this corner here. Trying to see if someone is taking the flank. Walking out, immediately walking back. I'm wasting my shield right now. I wasted a lot of shield, which is pretty bad. Yeah, like I said earlier, I saw my Genji and Tracer go in, tried to join them. But right now, just trying to survive on cart. Got a nice break kill. Ana Juno, very frail, like I said. But... oh, almost. Um... Hmm. I don't know, I don't mind what I did, but... like, the break kill is nice. A lot of what I'm doing is pretty nice, but... at this point, I had very little shield, and that's just completely my own fault. I mostly didn't get punished for it, like it didn't really matter, but um yeah, it's just a bad habit. Shouldn't be doing that. Um I've done something about the Juno pick? Probably not really. Yeah, I don't think there's anything I can really do about that. Finding the opportunity to swing on the break is really great. The only thing is, I pinned back, but my Genji and Tracer actually set up. Look, my Genji turns around because I did, but my Tracer's going in. I could have been in here. This was kind of winnable if I didn't focus on the tank. But by focusing on the tank, we just... Well, if it kills, it works, but yeah, you don't kill Orisa, so... Nice. We're up one. Maybe. My Juno's dead again. And kill this Genji. There we go. Oh, nice pin. Nice pick from a Genji. Yeah, trying to walk up, like I said, this high ground is pretty scary, so I just want to contest it whenever I can. Also means I help out my Genji here. Good. Can't walk past this corner though. That's like their territory, and then my supports can't help me. So just playing this corner, contesting the high ground, but not wasting too many resources. The pin was a little bit awkward. Should have set it up to like make sure to see her. But yeah. I'm walking very far because we're up, but it was probably too far. Like it forced some resources from us. The nano's a little bit random. I wanted to help her because she nanoed me. I don't know, I guess it kind of felt right, but that was probably... I don't know if that was the right play. I feel like no. I feel like that kind of... So I get booped off. I'm full HP by the way. I did not need to get nanoed. I don't know why that happened. Again, you know, there's an option where I go with my Tracer Genji and go in. I should just play around my Tracer Genji, man. Like, there's so much value here. Just swing, man. I'm just always reacting to like their engage and trying to do something about it rather than doing my own engage.
Stand behind me, friends. Don't let them push that barricade. My ultimate is ready.
Wow, I'm getting bullied. That's fine, just live, you know. Sometimes your job as Reinhardt is to get bullied. You need to find a way around it. I might have swung too much there. So... Yeah. Yeah, I think so. Like, this is still fine. You know, the Juno ulti has run out now. I swung a lot. I'm in LOS, and I'm behind the barrier for cover. And there's an Orisa in my backline. And now, I'm using way too many resources to go in, while the Orisa is still on my backline, you know. I should have just played life. Like I said, preserve resources as my team is doing things. Oh, I don't know if that would have even helped. Because we're kind of just all shooting the Orisa and trolling. Oh, imagine if I had survived even just a bit longer during this. That would have been good. But yeah, yeah. Play life. Play life. We're trading a lot. Nice Juno kill. They can't really do anything about me. Yeah, yeah. Get stunned out, that's fine, that doesn't matter. I'm just making sure they walk out. Waiting for my supports, big thing. Oh, huh. My Genji didn't though. Okay. Now you know, when you're down one, you might think, oh, walk out as soon as possible, but especially in these situations where we didn't, like, it was just a random pick rather than like a big fight already happening at this point. You can kind of, just chill for a little bit and see if anyone on their team decides to int. At this point, I can just play this corner. I'm full HP. Both of my supports have LOS on me. I'm safe. I can just disengage whenever. But if someone overextends, we can punish it. I see still, they're walking up now. Now I need to walk back. Guess this is fine. Might be too far up. Was a little bit too far up. Okay, I got the shatter though. I did play a little bit too far up. Like I said, I need to. If we're going for the punish and overextension play, right? It's pretty risky because you're still staying in when you're down one, so you need to not do too. And I think I was doing too much, which is why my Juno died. But it's fine. Here now. That was potentially really bad. Yeah, that was really stupid. Like, pinning break is nice, I guess, but like, and a lot of my pins are just bad, but this one at least had the thought of, if I take the pin, I'm here. That's good, but yeah, break can just counterbash for free. I don't know why I went for this. Just not happening, and I get punished. Yeah, I just absolutely trolled there. Maybe we win. Genji? Genji? My Genji? Hello? That was crazy. I should not have done that.
Much obliged.
That was really stupid. What the hell? I mean, there was my support there, but that was really bad. Yeah, and I get punished. I mean, there's just not even an option there. We get 2 picks, which is good. Now that my team is back, we can go in. Nice. Okay, so there's a few things that happened for all of this to work out. First, this pin. I did it because the Ana was here. I wanted to help her out. I didn't think she would survive, so I was like, let me pin to the Ana and see what I can do. She was probably fine either way, but it worked. This kind of baited the rest of my team to think we're playing. I just wanted to secure the disengage, but my team thought it was going in, and so I've baited my Juno yet again. And she's dead. Wow, she got one clip. That was crazy. Okay, we disengage. I just lost this that baiting, which is interesting. Oh yeah, there. I was playing here because we have close spawn, which is here, because we got the checkpoint. Oh, we didn't even have close spawn. That's so great. I thought we had close spawn. If you have close spawn, then no, we did it. Yeah. Close spawn. They spawn there, and that can only happen if the robot hasn't passed the middle yet. So I was just making sure to stop the robot at the middle so that my teammates spawn here and we can get the next fight quicker. It's just a little play, and it's safe for me, right? I can get out. Yep, that's good. Okay, now Orisa goes in. I pin in. Good. I see there's a lot of damage, and the other thing I notice is I have Juno ulti. So I'm waiting a little bit, walking back, to let the Juno ulti catch up with me. Now I'm in the Juno ulti, and the break dies, right? Because she took so much extra damage from Juno ulti. Playing with the Genji, doing the engage, that was good. And, you know, some map knowledge can take this path up to relative safety. There are a variety of baits on my team, but like engage I did was good. I ignored the Risa in ulti, who takes no damage anyway, and I waited for Juno ulti to maximize the damage. Now we're up to my Genji Tracer's going in. Bang, nice pin. We went in without the Ana there, but first of all, you can see they got the checkpoint. I think my Tracer and Genji were trying to stop them from that happening. You know, unlucky we didn't get it. But it's always worth a try. You know, you want them to stop getting the checkpoint. That's a very valuable thing. Now they all have close spawns, and you saw the robot was stopping on the checkpoint for a little bit. This means that next time it doesn't have to stop at the checkpoint. So it would have been very valuable to stop them even just 0.1 meters before it, right? But they were also down 2 because of the play me and Genji did earlier. So going in without the Ana wasn't a problem. Come on now. Yeah, now we're back at the beginning, just playing this corner, playing very safe. Nice shatter. So here again we have an engage happening, and then I can punish anyone who follows up on the engage. At this point, I can also, if you hold shield, hold the attack button, you can freely move the third person camera. I'm peeking around the corner right now. And then I walk out and I can see that there was someone there, right? Shatter. Yeah. Good timing, good punish. Use the shield for knowledge on where they are. Great stuff. And after it, you know, I'm not going in. I'm not just pinning in instantly. I'm shielding for a bit. I'm playing safe, making sure I don't int afterward, which is very good. Get the cast as well. Very nice. My Genji misclicked. I got booped off again. That might be a little bit bad. I touched it for a long ass time though. That's not bad. And I live somehow. My character is broken. Let's see though for a second. So I'm playing here, right? Because this is cover, and playing out here would be a lot of damage. But there's a world in which it's probably smarter to play here. This corner is just a lot better, a lot safer. But the reason I'm playing here is to take more space, right? It just means we have this entire bridge more that's ours. And they have to force me out of this first. But this also means, bang, I get booped out. And now I'm out of the fight for a few seconds. And that's really bad. Because now, see, I can't do anything about this. I can't either swing on her. I can't start swinging here. I can imagine if I stayed up here, right? Swinging, Orisa goes in, and then bang, she's dead, right? But I didn't have the opportunity to, because I got booped off, because I played bad. This is still fine though. Touching for a long time, which is cool. And I get out. Doing a lot, using like a variety of shield, and then dropping shield, and then shielding again to maximize my HP. And now they're all chasing. So it's Orisa, Cass, Reaper, Brig. But they're down Juno. They're chasing. My team has actually all respawned at this point, pretty much. So, do what we do. Yeah, I need to live, obviously. Dropping there is, you know, giving up the height to save my life. Nice. Forcing them back out of the height, also good. Healing off, just living, just living. Use 2 support ultis for that, very good. Now the thing is we used Juno and Nano, so we don't have any ultis. Like we have mine, but that's pretty much the end of it. They swapped. Could have pressed tab, could have known this. Chance. Wait, are we down one? Oh, wow. Oh, wow. I did not know that. That's really bad. Ah. Wow, okay. We just took that without an Ana. Yeah, okay. So now it's pretty much just over. I get a nice fire strike kill somehow. Yeah, should have just stayed like here, maybe. Stayed on this corner, waited for the Ana respawn. Like pushing the card is nice, but again, there's without like telling my team like we're down one, I'm just pushing, I'm gonna come back to you guys or whatever. They'll always be baited by me going in. They'll always think it's a full fight. And I mean, I didn't even know about this whole Ana thing, so yeah, should have checked. Should have checked for all there. It's so crazy, but it's still fine. Purely OT. Can't take that. You know, it looks like a juicy pin, but shield. We're down a few teammates. Okay. Now we have a real fight. Looking for Shatter. That's... Oh, I wanted to go back.
2 minutes remaining.
So... It's fine, you know, we're just playing safe. That's such a bad play by my Genji, we're just not... Okay, Genji goes in, that's fine. And at this point, I'm being boxed up by the Orisa a little bit, but I also want to go in. So I'm trying to walk, get stunned. I'm trying to walk, I get thingied, spinned. First lamp, which is cool. And the problem is, I can't, Orisa has Fortify. I can't use Shatter here. Like, comboing, his blade with shattering the Orisa, you know, even if he dies, I can just kill the Orisa, but she just has Fortify, so I can't. What happens next? Almost dies. She used Fortify. There is a Shatter here. But we're also down one still. Oh, that is really ugly. That is really ugly. That is so ugly. It's a good play in an even scenario. Like, if we're all there, if the team fight's starting, if we have resources. That's a good Shatter, but, we didn't. We were down one. And, the Reaper was going in, so I just shouldn't have done that. Now we won't have Shatter. Okay. Kinda used a lot of resources. Anyway, let's see what we do. We have nothing. They have 2 ultis. Okay, we just wait it out. Oh, we get a nice pick out of it. That's cool. Okay, windowed, that's fine. Just wait it out. We didn't... Yeah, I mean, this fight's just a ult advantage thing. I think, honestly, this entire game is immediately winnable if we just come and we're on the same page. Like, if we all decide to bait window, wait it out, bait castle, wait it out, you know, that works. Rather than my tracer getting picked or whatever. Yeah, it just a few fundamental miscommunications. Times I baited my team. Times where we went in without, like, Diana. Similar stuff like that. You know, the Genji misclick happened, but it's not really... It could have been game-changing, but it's fine. There were a lot of other general team mistakes. This happening was honestly also a pretty massive mistake. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. This one's a little bit harder to VOD review. A lot of it was just kind of an unlucky scenario kind of thing, right? But in general, just trying to have a specific game plan, I think. Like, a lot of times I just kind of... I feel like the fight started and it was fine. Like, this is fine, you know, we're all here. And then I shatter. but like, especially toward the end, where we take the fight without the Ana. And this is honestly pretty crazy as well, though he's both support ulti. Yeah, here, this fight, though we take it without the Ana. Be bad.
Come out and face me.
Like, this is fine, but we shouldn't all be here. Like, the Tracer can push the car, but the rest of us can't. And we didn't have any plan. We just said, oh, there's a bot, let's push it, right?
I will keep you safe.
And then this fight, again, kind of no plan. We're just here, and then we're on the bot. This is kind of like a higher level problem because, you know, I think individually we all did correct things and went for plays. Like, you know, my Genji's going for a blade right now. That's good. I used Shatter at some point, and earlier, um, earlier, we used Nano and stuff. What else am I thinking of? What was I trying to say? Right. We're going for our own plays. We're doing something, right? But it's just not cohesive, I guess. Like, the Genji is going now, which is technically a good play. Like, the fight's good. We're all in a way here. He has a good setup, good engage. It's on someone who's probably killable. That's a funny frame. But we're just not going in at the same time. We don't know what we're all doing. You know, we went in with the without the Ana. I keep saying it, but that was really like a revelation to me in hindsight during the game. I just thought, oh wow, how did we lose that? But like, this is crazy, you know. There's so much more winning to be had, so much more that we could have done by just somehow finding a way to communicate, to be on the same wavelength, and we just weren't really. Oh my god, all of the times my Genji and Tracer went in and I said, oh, I'm not going in here, I'm turning back, you know. Those were also pretty bad. You know, just playing as with the same game plan. Like, they went for the backline and I didn't. Then one fight they turned around to the Orisa and I went for the backline and didn't you know, play resources. I think the way to do it is to try and, you know, you think about gameplay a lot. You might think about things like game sense and positioning and some wider gameplay aspects, but I think it would probably be very important to dedicate some of the mental space to adapting to your team. Just look at what they're doing, look at what I'm doing, look at how we can be on the same wavelength, how we can have the same game plan. Yeah. I think think that's how you win the game. Play with your team. Brain blast, am I right? Yeah. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and see ya.